ISMS scope for ISO 27001. Define, exclude, and defend clearly. Welcome. In this micro lesson, we'll nail the ISMS scope, the foundation of a strong security program. Your scope defines what your ISMS protects, so everyone knows which assets and processes are under control. It also sets audit boundaries and the exact evidence auditors will expect. A clear scope prevents scope creep, adding work you don't need, and gaps that leave risks unmanaged. Most importantly, a well-defined scope directly impacts ISO 27001 certification. Get it right, and audits flow smoothly. Get it wrong, and you'll face findings, rework, and delays. Let's make your scope clean, defensible, and practical. List the business processes and locations where security matters. For example, customer onboarding, billing, and offices or data centers. Name the people, systems, and data types involved: staff, contractors, production servers, and PII, code, or logs. Add the technologies and third parties you rely on: cloud platforms, CI/CD tools, MSPs, and key vendors. Finally, capture legal, regulatory, and contract drivers that justify inclusion: ISO 27001, privacy laws, customer SLAs, or industry rules. The goal is completeness. Every in-scope activity, asset, and obligation clearly visible, so controls and audits align. Start with a short intro of purpose and context, why the ISMS exists, and what business it supports. Then name included sites and functions, teams, locations, and services explicitly called out. If something is excluded, say so with clear reasons, e.g., no data processing, separate system, or distinct risk domain. Finally, tie the scope to risk and interested parties. Reference your risk assessment and who depends on your controls: customers, regulators, partners. Aim for language that is concise, verifiable, and easy for auditors to test against real operations. Here's a clean, audit-friendly example. The ISMS covers the customer SaaS platform, including production and staging environments used to deliver the service. It includes DevOps, support, and EU/US hosting providers required to operate the platform. The ISMS protects PII and source code assets, including build pipelines and repositories. It excludes on-prem HR systems, which do not process SaaS customer data and are governed by a separate security program. Notice the plain language, precise boundaries, and reasons for the exclusion. Every claim is testable during an audit. Exclusions must be defensible. Link them to risk assessment results showing low or irrelevant risk to in-scope objectives. Show there's no processing of in-scope data. For example, HR tools never touch customer PII. Describe separate controls or systems that manage those areas, such as a corporate IT program or different certifications. Finally, provide evidence paths for auditors: data flow diagrams, inventories, policy references, and tickets demonstrating separation. When exclusions are supported by risk, architecture, and proof, auditors are far more likely to accept them. Draw the lines clearly. Map data flows and trust boundaries so it's obvious where sensitive data enters, moves, and leaves. Define shared responsibilities, RACI, with internal teams and vendors: who owns controls, who supports, who is consulted, who is informed. Document supplier controls and SLAs, backup, encryption, monitoring, incident response, so dependencies are explicit. Explain how changes are controlled through change management, vendor onboarding, and architecture reviews. Strong boundaries plus clear interfaces prevent gaps and make audit walkthroughs straightforward and repeatable. Write plain, testable statements auditors can verify on the spot. For every sentence, trace each claim to evidence. Policies, tickets, diagrams, inventories, and contracts. Prepare data flow and asset lists that match your scope language, systems, owners, locations, and data types. Be ready to answer the big four. Who owns each control? What assets and data are covered? Where they reside? And why each inclusion or exclusion exists. If your scope aligns with reality and evidence, your audit defense will feel calm and confident. Before you finalize, confirm. The scope matches business objectives and service delivery. All in-scope assets are inventoried with owners and data types. Exclusions are justified and documented with risk, data flows, and references. And you review scope at least annually or on change, new products, vendors, locations, or regulations. Next steps: refresh diagrams, reconcile inventories, brief stakeholders, and run a mini internal audit against your scope. A crisp, living scope keeps your ISMS practical, provable, and ready for ISO 27001 success.